Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Jackson. I'm joined here with Jennie Shen, 2Pro from the China Qiyuan. Jennie, thank you so much for being here. We're bringing you another AlphaGo review, or I guess it should be a paraphrase of the Meng Tailing reviews that were done on Weiqi TV. Jennie Shen, our contact with Weiqi TV, has graciously been able to translate the Weiqi TV reviews for us. So thank you so much for that, Jennie. And which game are we going to do tonight?
This is Keji's first game with AlphaGo.
His first game against AlphaGo.
Yeah, is that exciting? Well, this is game 18, so he already saw 17 games. So he probably, I'm pretty sure he has seen AlphaGo strength, but maybe he didn't know it was AlphaGo, but he saw the strength.
So this was his first time playing after a lot of, tweets or weebs, or I don't know, what do you call the Chinese tweet?
A Weibo, that was after that. So after this game, they rematch.
Right. So if a Twitter has a tweet, a Weibo has a weeb or something?
Weibo.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Weibo. And he said, yeah, that after that he said, humanity has been playing Go for thousands of years, but we have not yet scratched the surface.
Not yet reached the shore.
We're all wrong. It was being exaggerated.
Was he being a little dramatic? So was the game that bad? What did Meng Tailing think?
Well, the game, I think AlphaGo is definitely above us, above all the humans. What do you think?
It certainly seems that way from what I've seen so far.
Well, Koji also said that he went through a sleepless night, not just his own game, but other games too, because there's lots of at that time they call weird moves. Were
there any in this game?
This game is probably okay, but next one we're gonna review, you will see.
The next one, okay, all right. Well, keep in mind, we're doing a whole series here.
Yeah, actually, lots of Chinese pros said they went through a sleepless night, and that's a New Year's Eve. So this is probably the New Year they will never forget.
I can imagine it'd be a little bit of existential angst. Here's this thing that you've done, and you've just taken for granted that you're better than every computer ever written. And just out of nowhere, AlphaGo shows up. It's got to be difficult.
So yeah, we can look at this game.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay. So AlphaGo is black. Okay. And you see that this move we talked about in our previous review. Right. I said that Master Gosegun has. So AlphaGo play a lot of Master Gosegun's. Recommend this move, right? So this was very surprised to me too. This one, I look at all the 60 games. I think AlphaGo when AlphaGo was black, AlphaGo likes this the best. And the second one is this one. But this one, because the first one was actually popular, the large came out, but this one was not. Almost no one played it, right? But Master Gosegun did recommend this move. But this move, you can see it's high.
Right.
And its corner is very open. So it's focused on the center.
I think Oh Man, the Taiwanese player, Oh Man.
Yeah.
I think he played this a lot as well. And he was one of Gosegun's students, right?
Oh, yeah. I think they're Gosegun students, they tried. But I think it's not in the current top pros games.
Sure.
Right? So this one, I think I like this move. I started to try it.
Actually. Oh yeah? Have you been? Has it been successful?
I like it, but it doesn't work if you just copy AlphaGo. You have to understand it.
I don't know. Us amateurs can get pretty far just by copying.
So white played here, so everything's normal, and then this is AlphaGo's famous shoulder head.
Right off the bat.
I think AlphaGo will play the shoulder head when it's this position exactly. Every time AlphaGo will play this shoulder head. So white has a shimari, and the upper left corner is this two-space high jump. Right. So you see that after this, AlphaGo Tenuki played here. So actually, Meng Tailing has asked this question many times in the review. He's like, what is the connection of these two moves? Why is the first move shoulder head, then the second move goes back to the top? So he couldn't figure out the connection.
Does he have any guesses?
He has some guesses. He said the only reason he can think is that, for example, when this happens, he thinks the shoulder head will help with the fight. For example, if you do this, right, then the shoulder head helps. But he actually said, maybe not. I don't think that's right. He's like, but most likely it's not the reason.
Okay.
But I think that, like, I don't know how does AlphaGo work, but in this case, maybe AlphaGo thinks, okay, this picture, this shoulder head is the biggest move. And then this picture, this is the biggest move. Maybe there's no connection.
That seems plausible based on our understanding of how it works.
Yes, I don't know anything.
Right.
So after this, oops, this is a variation. So after this, white played here, and then black jumps here.
Right.
And this is a funny story here. I've been watching the Chinese AI, it's called fine art, and we will see fine art. We will see the UEC very soon. And it's playing at Fox Switch every day. So I'm watching it every day. And when this happens, fine art blocks here every time. And last year's AlphaGo blocks here right away. And this year's AlphaGo, Tenuki every time.
Every single time in all 60 games at Tenuki?
If I didn't remember wrong. I think AlphaGo Tenuki every time. So actually, we had this discussion last year when we saw this, because it's mostly, you can think that white comes here, right, after this. This is a game. You can just think that if you change the sequence, white goes here, black goes here, and then white goes here. So the only difference is black did this exchange.
Sure.
But the question is this Sansa move the biggest move or not? If it's not, then the Tenuki is good.
Sure.
Because this exchange is not good for black. So you see this?
Yeah.
This probably helps quite a little bit, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. But black has lost some opportunity there.
Right, but the problem is, if this is not the biggest move, then that is totally fine.
Right, white should go somewhere else now instead.
Right, so we don't know if this is the biggest move or not.
And it seems like the lower star point, or maybe the right side star point, would be bigger, right?
Right, so people were we were talking about how bad is that exchange, this exchange, black's move. You see this exchange we just showed.
Right.
So actually, none of these things are clear to me. I really don't think it's clear.
Okay. Does Meng Tailing have an opinion on this?
No, he's wondering about like the bigger questions, because this is not very strange. Right? They don't call this weird.
No, that makes a lot of sense right there. Yeah.
So actually, I like this black's position on the left side a lot.
Sure.
Because if we look at the distance, the two-space height jump, and the tiger's mouth, the distance is actually very good.
Sure.
And then if you compare this one, let's say if you compare with, I need to kill this one. If I kill this one, let's put two stones here like this.
Mm-hmm.
So black spends two moves here. Which one do you like better?
I like the other one better for sure.
Yeah, right. I like the other one better too.
This one has more ways in, right? I guess you could peep and then jump back or something.
Yes. The first thing is black looks thinner, right? It's not as solid as the other one. And we go back here. So black comes here. Because this one also has more pressure on the white corner. So actually, this one, I've seen a lot of pros play like this. They are trying to learn this. I like this one.
Cool.
So after this, white played here. Do you like this move?
It's the first strange move that I think we've seen out of Kajay. It kind of makes sense, but it seems like star point on the bottom might be larger, or invading the top more directly. Do you like this move?
You think this move is larger, right?
I don't know if it's larger. It certainly will have a more tangible value.
This is still top pro opinion. Actually, Xue likes this move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he thinks this move is good. He likes
The
it.
star point, you mean?
But Meng Tailing likes this move. Meng Tailing likes this move a lot. He said this move shows Keji's understanding of Go and his talent.
Oh wow, I'm just the amateur, so I can't compete with Keji's understanding for sure.
You recommended that move, so you're still good.
Oh,
so this one, why is this good? Because
wait, sorry, just to be clear, did you say that Meng Tailing recommended the star point?
No, Xue likes
Yue likes the star point. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, but Meng Tailing likes this one that Keji played. So this move looks like a shared point, right? Because if you put a black stone at the same place, let's say if white goes elsewhere and black goes here, the moil is expanding.
It's huge,
right?
Yeah.
Another thing about this move is it's actually getting ready to invade here. Because black Tanuki here, right? White, the invasion would be severe if white has a stone there.
Right.
But if you invade right now, you can see the differences. If you do this, like this, then the invasion is not good because black's left side is getting so big. Right. So white goes here. One thing is to reduce black's moil. Another thing is getting ready to invasion. Because that you see that after this invasion will be much more severe, right?
Yep, definitely.
So after this, black approaches here, and then this move is called weird again.
That one is a little weird, right? Because it seems like it would be comfortable for white to play e3, right?
Well, at first we saw all these weird moves. Now we would think, and now I'm thinking maybe because our understanding of Go is just so little, and we think these moves are weird.
Right.
It's not weird. So why you don't see pro games? You don't see this move in pro games. Because you see pro games is always approach, right?
Sure.
I think that actually you think that, okay, so the reason is this gives white a nice corner, right? This corner is big.
Right, so it comes to mind to me.
Yeah, so but if white goes here, black will come here. So we put this stone closer to the right side is to get ready to invade the right side, white's moil on the right side.
Makes sense.
So I thought about this. I was like, why is this weird? It shouldn't be weird because black's position on the bottom is more solid than the approach. Let's compare this one to the approach. For example, it's like this. Then you see that there are two invasions, right? And the attach moves like L4, that kind of attach moves. And white's corner is solid.
Yeah.
But if we go back to this one, actually, white corner still has AGA.
Oh, could you show us that AGA?
For example, if you let's put a stone somewhere random, right? You can see that there's still. Well, let's make it easier. Just invade, and then there's this kind of attach. Sure. If you have stones on somewhere, like if something like this, then there's still a code.
Yeah, this is almost a Joseki, I think, right, for the corner.
So why is this better than the other? Right? Did we think about this or not?
Well, we just see that formation and we think, oh, the corner's secure, even if it isn't actually.
Well, Meng Tailing thinks that if white is going to pincer anyway, he thinks this. He thinks that this because he thinks that the right side is very big. So he thinks white is going to pincer anyway, no matter where white plays. He thinks this jumping this slide is more severe than the large came up.
That's true.
But it's still good and bad. We don't know actually. I really hope that the AlphaGo can give us this commentary.
All right. Well, as soon as it learns to talk, we'll be sure to ask it that question.
Yeah. So I think Syria thinks if black goes here, white will come here.
Right.
That will become a different game.
Right.
Anyway, so AlphaGo played this weird move, and then Keji is still focused on the right side because he thinks the right side is his big moil, right?
He takes the point that AlphaGo would have taken.
And then black jumps here, and then white comes here, and then black just places this very humans will not think about this kind of move. It's like this move is so dull.
It's very soft, yeah.
Right, it's like you're not doing anything. But actually, AlphaGo plays this kind of move a lot. And maybe with humans thinking too much. I don't know.
Maybe we're too invested in fighting spirit. We've got this. You need to always be pushing.
Right. We have emotions. We're not rational. Right. So we see that I think this move is probably a time study. Because after that, white defends the corner, and then black take advantage here, right? This is black's center. Sure. You have to pay for it, for the tenuki. And then white plays here. So this exchange, then the peep is funny, right?
Yeah, you'd rather not have peeped. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So actually, you see that white also did this exchange. So is it better to move the black stones closer to the right side? I was thinking about it today.
It seems like black benefits from having the stones one line off to the right, right?
Probably, because compared with the normal approach. What do you think?
Well, I mean, that's how we have to make sense of it, right? We have to think about what would have, quote, normally happened, and then come up with that to sort of compare it to what did happen, right?
Yeah, so this is a game, right? And this peep is really painful. White doesn't want to peep here. Right. But because he wants the tenuki again, he has to make sure that the corner is alive. But then you see white tenuki twice, so this place white really has to pay for it. But AlphaGo is so funny because AlphaGo doesn't save anything. AlphaGo just connected.
He takes all of the AGA right now. Is that what you mean?
Cut some branches, make it easier.
What is that?
I mean, AlphaGo wants to make it easier because we human would think that this is sente, this is sente, right? So we would save it, but we would decide later, right? But AlphaGo doesn't save anything. AlphaGo just played it. So after this, the next move, we see that black played this famous shoulder hit again. But in this case, the shoulder hit is very nice, right? It's because this is like a perfect spot to reduce white's moil.
Sure.
And then white played here. Do you know the next move?
I don't.
The next move is gorgeous. The next move is really gorgeous.
Really?
It's here.
Huh.
You're not surprised?
Pretty big. Well, it seems like Haingma, right? It's a very flexible shape.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
And so why is this move good? Meng Tailing actually used the word gorgeous. And he said it, but I think all the pros, when they saw this move, they all went like, wow, like that. So why is this move very good? You see that, first of all, it makes a very nice connection with the other two stones, right? This one. And second, more importantly, this move is aiming white's weakness. Sure. You see that because white is two space jump, so there's weakness like this kind of attach and a cut. Right. So this move. There's another thing we don't know if it's AlphaGo's plan or not, but we see that if white plays this to cut black, the shoulder hit is actually
a ladder maker,
a ladder breaker. So everything is perfect. We can see that if black plays here directly, white really can do this, right? This cut, because now the ladder works for black, sure. For white.
Has to play the shoulder hit first.
Yeah, so I don't know if that is really a ladder breaker or not.
Huh.
So this movie is really good, and there's no good reply for white. Like, white doesn't want to, what can you do? Like, pros cannot, like, I don't know, how can you do this,
that was what I was thinking of, actually. I was like, maybe I can just do that and make black take gote by connecting here, right?
No, black is probably going to, I don't know, maybe AlphaGo will connect, but the other way is just jump here.
Away. And it's too small to just take the one stone on the bottom, I guess, huh?
Right now, it's not so big. So,
But that was the move I was
because of,
thinking of, and of course we can't do
right,
that. So
so because of that variation, some pros think this move is better than in the game.
and that looks kind of nice
But-
too.
But some pros disagree.
Okay,
They think that this right side is too good for black.
that does look comfortable.
But the good thing about this is if white ends the move here, the lower right is a very big territory.
Which pros are these who are disagreeing?
Like, Shi Yue thinks this is good for white.
Huh.
I mean, he thinks this is better than in the game. But the other pros think still good for black.
Even though this might be better than the game, this is still a good board for black.
Well, they don't think it's better than in the game, or they just still don't feel good.
Okay.
So actually, Meng Tailing has been like, our opponent is too good. It's not. So let's look at the variations here. What can white do? Because if black jumps here, then white goes here. That's very different with the previous one because this one black doesn't have a base. Right. So that's why this move is good. So what can white do? First of all, if white comes here, something like this, then black can come here and then cut. Right.
That way. Right.
Right. Then you can get this incentive, but it doesn't help because this way you can see black can kill the two stones.
Sure.
And outside still has too many cuts.
Still has a bunch of cutting points, right?
Right.
Well, is there any way white can push on the left? I mean, it seems like black took all that AGA on the left side, but there's nothing that white can do to threaten any of the connection on the left or any of black stones on the left, huh?
Black is so strong. And that's why I was wondering, isn't it better to push these stones towards the right side for like one line earlier?
Right. It makes. I mean, if those stones had been one move to the left, then it would be much easier for white to manage the cut somehow.
Well, so this one, you see that still, like these two moves miai, right? If white fix the other cut, black will play the white move. So it's like white still cannot get everything.
Right.
And what about this one? I think there's another cut. So still, it's hard for white to defend this. So what else can we do?
Nothing that won't make black stronger. I don't know. What did Meng Tailing come up with anything?
No, he has no good reply.
No good reply. Oh
man. So in the game, could you play this attach? But the pros think that this could be an overplay, this crosscut, but they don't have a good solution. They just think the result is not good. That's why it's an overplay. But what should white play? They don't have a solution. What
should white do instead? So this is an overplay, but it may already be unfavorable.
Right. So let's look at the result. Black comes here, and then white comes here. Black pushes out. The problem is that we see the very important thing is the ladder doesn't work for white, this ladder. Otherwise, it would be these two moves miai, right?
Sure.
But because the ladder doesn't work for white, black just needs to settle the bottom.
Right. There's no threat.
And the outside, look at white's 4 stones facing the black wall on the left. Right. So this result is not good. They all think, I agree that I think so too. This is not good for black, but
not good for white.
For example, if you play this one,
not good for white.
Not good for white. So if white plays this one, maybe black just kills this. But because black is very strong, then black can kill the stone on the bottom. The territory is still very big, right?
Right, and I guess white's territory on the right side isn't big enough to give up the compensation on the bottom.
It is pretty big, but black still has the upper left and the top, that big thing.
Right.
So white cannot compete the two big moil, and the bottom is territory.
Right, the bottom is no longer a moil. The bottom is straight cash at that point.
Yeah. So, but this is like obviously bad for white. You can see black comes here, and white has to extend, and then black pushes. Now look at the left side.
And those 4 stones are just gonna like fade away.
Yeah. So this after this, black jumps here. We all think this situation is really bad for white now.
Right.
But we don't know what was wrong. So actually earlier, before this happened, before this shoulder hit, at this point, Meng Tailing was like, right now, he said, right now, I think what is nothing went wrong. Everything looks fine. He thinks the situation is even.
And then as soon as the shoulder hit comes out,
and this Kema, this large Kema move, then white doesn't have a good reply. So because this area, there's no other variations. Everything is forced, right?
Yeah,
you can see.
It seems like a one-way street there for sure. After the attach.
And after that, black gets this insente and then jump here, and then white comes here. So on this place, we need to be careful if black ignores. You see, there's a wedge, right? So the wedge and the squeeze. So let's say whatever black ignores, this is pretty bad. Right now, white can add ladder, and the ladder is good for black. But this will create so many bad problems. Maybe some bad things will happen. Right, white cannot kill black right away, but the AGA is too bad. So in the game, white just fix it. Black just fix it. And then this happened, right? This is the move Ke Jie has prepared for a long time after that 013 large Kema. Actually, giving this situation to you, you think that you know how to deal with the upper right? If you give up everything so easily, very simple, maybe you don't win the game.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like black can't give it all away, but he has so much cash after he catches those 4 stones in the bottom, right?
Right. So the situation is definitely good for black, but still black's performance here cannot be very bad.
Well, I mean, you always got to be careful if you're playing Ke Jie. I mean, you can't just be like, oh, I'll play a couple slack moves. Ke Jie will let me win. I mean, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. So AlphaGo played this attach. This is like a probe. Ask you how you reply. So Ke Jie played this move. This is the strongest reply because this move takes black's eyes.
Says I'm going to kill everything, right?
Right. And then AlphaGo played this move. This move is another very beautiful move. You're not impressed?
It's so flexible. I mean, it seems like he plays the asking move, and now he's prepared to sacrifice it, right?
So the thing is that black doesn't need to save everything.
Right.
Black is flexible. Black can give up those upper right corner, the 4 stones, but you need to have a good plan. If you need to, you cannot just give up everything. You have to get something back.
Sure.
Have a good plan.
And so what's his plan?
So here, if white comes out, right, then this is a perfect connection with that attach. So white thinks it's hard to fight like this. So white has to come out, cut black from here. And then black's next move is here. So this move is clear. It's threatening to cut this stone in the center.
Right.
So white cannot just say, okay, I kill you, right? But this guy, look at the left side, that huge airport. We don't know how.
Where would you possibly start? You have to start with a shoulder hit and then like pray. It can't work. Can't work.
So basically, white has to kill the upper right corner and jump into the left. That's the only way white can win.
Right. And he's got to do it
simultaneously.
simultaneously.
So in the game, white has to connect. White has to connect this stone back. Oh, so he played this. He played this exchange first, and then he has to connect this stone back. And after that, because of this, this is prepared for the fight on this side. So black can push and cut. And still, I think black is very flexible. Black doesn't have to save everything. Just get a very good exchange. That's good enough.
The advantage of getting your cash first is that you have the advantage of flexibility second, right? As long as they don't get everything, you've got a lead.
I think this place is very impressive because black is extremely flexible. It's like giving this situation to not to you, to me. I mean, earlier.
Okay.
I'm still not sure what I should do. Like, how should I attack or kill? Like, is this enough, or how much can you give up? Right. That kind of the judgment is not that easy. But this way, you can see white has to come out. Like what we said, white cannot just let black enclose the left side. So white has to come out. And with that, so black comes out first, and then this attach. It's so painful for white. If white honey, can you see?
Black can cut, right?
Right. So this is so painful. White cannot even honey.
Nice.
The cut kills the 2 stones. So white has to come here, and then black comes here.
That's a tough read. Can you show people why white can't honey? Why the cut works?
Okay, so you can see that there's no place to gain any liberties, right? Why? Because white only has 2 liberties, so still two liberties. This side
can't get out.
White still cannot escape, so it's dead.
Right.
So this is really good. This is like perfect sequence. How did AlphaGo get into this sequence?
Oh man, if I knew the answer to that question, I'd be a much richer man.
Okay, so black comes here. This is also very painful for white because how does white kill it? And you have to, like what we said, you cannot let black cut off the outside 2 stones. For example, white honey on this side, black cuts. Now if white connects, black just pulls back, right?
Sure.
Then white definitely cannot go from this side.
Right. And white stones have no base. He goes
white has miai die, the 2 turns miai die. And this one, black just needs to live. And white still has the outside, this no base, very weak group.
That whole group would just be a target, for sure.
But if white Atari is here, black just needs to Atari here. Still very painful. Because white cannot take, otherwise black can connect.
And just cutting off those 2 stones in the middle is enough for black. Right.
So if white connects, black can Atari here. What do? If you extend, black can just turn, right?
Right.
And then this is forced, and black blocks, still center.
You have to connect with the monkey jump.
White has to come here, and then black just needs to kill the outside 2 stones. This is enough to win.
Sure. That looks like an overwhelming answer there.
Yeah, the upper left corner is suddenly a square, big square. 1/4 of the board. So what else can white do? If white takes the same, black just needs to turn. This doesn't help. You can see black still just needs to come here. And there's still a code. White has to fix a code.
Right. It's moderately better, I guess, kind of.
Right? Black can still start a code from here. So white cannot fight this code. It's a flower code for black, and white dies is a dumpling dies. So this is a huge loss, I think, if it's like this.
Right.
So there's no good way to for white to attack from the other side to honey. Like you try to kill everything, right? So in the game, white played here, black Ataris. So now it's straightforward. White has to Atari. And this is still painful because if white blocks here, black just turns. And still there's a take and there's the other Atari. What are you gonna do if you play here? Then black takes.
It's Atari again. Yeah, but he's alive. Yeah. At least he has more of a base than the other. I got nothing. It looks tough.
You mean white lives there? But if white just lives there, black also escaped. White didn't kill the upper right.
It's too slow.
If you can kill the upper right and live on the left side, then you probably have a chance to win.
Possible.
So in the game, white has to connect here, then black turns. Right. So actually, after this, the game is already very hopeless for white. So we can see the rest of the game. Black played very clear. Everything is very clear. Black doesn't want any trouble. Mm-hmm. So there's still a few things about this game that white turns, black kills here, and then black lives here. So the problem is that white definitely needs to move here to live, right? But if black closes this area, what do you think?
I have so many points all through the middle of the board.
Well, you look at this territory. You use your hand
Yeah, I could put
to
my
put on the
face in
board.
that territory. I could.
How many hands?
Yeah.
So black. So white definitely knows that he has no chance to win that way. So he has to come out. But actually, Meng Tailing was very impressed of white's black skill on top. He said that compared with the bottom, the black skill on the bottom, he thinks that the top is even more impressive.
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because the plan, you see, the bottom, you just need to escape. You have a good result. You try to escape. But the top is much more flexible for black.
The combination of the asking move and then the cap, it seemed to leave Ke with no good choices.
That's right. Because either way, you don't feel good.
Yeah. No. I would have heartburn. I would be awake that night as well. For sure.
Not just to this game, because he saw 20 games.
Right.
Not just him. Lots of Chinese pros said the same thing. They couldn't fall asleep that night. So this doesn't work, right? And you can see white is dead.
Yikes.
And then there's something I think we need to show the follow-ups, because it's really, I think this is something really good. So white jumps here. What is white trying to do?
Hang on. This is the game. Black just killed white on the top?
Yes.
Wow. And white has to kill the group in the middle.
You think what is white trying to do?
I think white is trying to kill the group in the middle so he can kill the group on the bottom.
That's correct. If you see that, then you don't make some mistakes.
Right.
So here it's very easy to make mistakes, because if black thinks, okay, white is going to kill me, I play here, then what's going to happen?
Is then I block on the bottom.
Yes, then the bottom dies. Right. Unfortunately.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, AlphaGo would not make this mistake. And it's very, I think that to AlphaGo, this kind of thing is very clear. So in the game, AlphaGo played here, just to live. And then Kuji played this move. So actually, you see that I think Kuji's level from these moves, it's still very good, because if you're not careful, he's like trapping you to make mistakes.
Right. And is there any AGA on the top after white connects? Is there any chance?
Of course, there's some AGA. So here, AlphaGo is so amazing, I think. AlphaGo just give up the center and kills the top and wins.
Kills the top with no AGA.
Yeah, because when I first saw this one, I was surprised.
It's so much bigger to kill the top. I mean, yeah, take those 5 stones in the middle. Who cares? Well,
because the judgment is amazing, I think. So it's so clear to just win. No need to have any trouble. But here, again, if black tries to wrong, because for everyone, you think that, okay, earlier, this is black's territory and white stones are all dead.
Right. It would be very tempting to try and run away.
Black needs to wrong, right?
Yeah.
And how can AlphaGo just let white kill him and it saved all the stuff?
Because AlphaGo's killing even more on the top.
Yeah, so let's look at what black runs. If black runs, white is gonna do something like this, and then do something like this, and then push. Now what do?
It's a classic double threat right there.
Right, so this is trouble. You don't want this trouble. So in the game, AlphaGo just played here. So easy. And then finished. And then finished. That's it.
That's it. Koje resigns here?
No, he didn't resign. He still played more. But this is definitely
over.
White has no chance.
Wow.
And you can see that AlphaGo didn't play the you see that AlphaGo we can finish this game. When white picked here, AlphaGo just played this cut and this Kushimi. Safest way to. Again, when we see AlphaGo plays like this, we know we're way behind. And there's another thing I think is so amusing. I get to this place. So here, later, it's like this.
Right.
white block, black blocks. You can see the move, and then white plays here. You see where AlphaGo played? AlphaGo played here. That's so funny. And it's not here, but there.
It's just making sure. That's how these computers are very inhuman, I should say, at the end game, right? When they are very far ahead or very far behind, they have no problem just giving away points to maximize certainty, right?
Yes, right. So because we humans think it's amusing.
Yeah, and we just think it's what is it? It's like if you're very far ahead of someone in like a marathon, right? And
you just run slowly, you still win.
That's right. That's right. Don't trip, and you'll be fine, right? But you can go ahead and slow down. And the humans are like, "Look, I'm catching up in the last 20 feet." It's like, who cares? They're already so far ahead.
That's right. So we can see this move is because the other move AlphaGo played was like filling a point in his own territory. But this black is getting territory. The whole point is black just needs to make two eyes, but he made two eyes that way.
Right, you'd make two eyes on the side that makes your territory bigger, not the side with the dead stone.
That's right.
Oh, don't learn from AlphaGo, kids. Don't learn from AlphaGo. That's not the move to learn.
Some of the things.
Oh, man. Not that one.
So
not that one. How about that?
Yeah, so this game, I think that it's beautiful. It's really good.
That was a beautiful sequence there on the bottom, and that asking move sequence on the top is just great. So Meng Tailing was very impressed with this. Was Kejae's first attempt. Meng Tailing was very impressed with AlphaGo.
He was like, I don't know what I can say. It's just too good.
Meng Tailing got to play it 4 times, right?
Yes, yeah. I think he got lucky because when no one knows who was playing, he was on Thai Gym and he was like, oh, there's a Korean pro. Won all the games and maybe it's pretty good. So he played like game 11, something like that.
First. He got in early, yeah.
Yeah, he got in early. So he got to play 4.
All right.
All right, so that's it.
That's it. All right, that's it for this one. Let's look at another one. Stay tuned, guys. We'll get this posted and we'll start doing another one for you. So thanks, Jenny. This game, AlphaGo, black versus Kejae, white. Wow, what a masterpiece. All right, thank you so much.